All right, hey everyone, it's John here again, back in Florida, and we're back out yard sailing again, and back with another haul from yesterday. We drove about 45 miles, went to 20 or so yard sales. Looks like we spent about 130 on inventory, and looks to be about $800 or $900 estimated value. What I do when I get back is I make a little list of what we bought. So we've got the cost, and then the item, and then what the estimate is. And I get that estimate from looking at similar sales on eBay or just from experiences with things I've sold in the past. So, and then it's just for my own reference, and this way when I go to list it, I don't have to look it up again. I can see, okay, that should be 20 plus or minus, this is 50 plus or minus. So it gives me an idea of what I've seen, because after a couple weeks, you know, I kind of forget. So anyway, let me run through what we bought. Okay, we bought 25 assorted raffia ware. This is 1960s, kind of that encased burlap type of picnic ware. They're $2. There were 25 of them in all. 2 of them had chips, so I threw those away, so we have 23 left. All in excellent condition, and they sell $2 plus or minus per piece. So, you know, in lots, and so that's $40 or $50 worth right there. We also found some DVDs. This is from a series called Sewing with Nancy. 7 different ones. These are all sealed, brand new, and they were in a free pile at an estate sale. And this is an estate sale that had been going on. This is the 3rd day. 2 days last weekend, 2nd day this weekend. And these were still sitting there absolutely free, and they sell for between $5 and $25 a piece, sealed. So, you know, this is $50 or $60 or $75 worth of stuff right here. Along with that, there was this other one from the Islander Sewing series, sealed, brand new, and we've got a sales record for this particular one for $23. So that's kind of nice. Again, these 8 were free. I bought a Swiss Army watch. We buy a lot of watches. This was $3. It had no battery, and so I put a battery in it. A little tip on batteries. Now I just bought 40 batteries for $5.34 online. All the same size 377s, which are the most popular. But if you go to a Walmart or a Walgreens or something like that, you're going to pay $2 or $3 just for one battery. So that's the way to buy them. I mean, these are 12 or 13 cents a piece. So anyway, this watch is about a $25 watch. Got 2 things of sewing needles. Again, this was from that same estate sale that had been, going on the weekend before, 2nd day this weekend. This is a full set. I don't know if you can read it. Arrow. Anyway, they're made in England. It's a full set in a little zippered case. And I'm finding this set selling in the 50 plus or minus range. That was a $5 purchase. This set was $5, and there's some brand name sewing needles in there. Nice little felt case. And we've sold a lot of these sets, and this one won't go for as much. This is, $20 or $25 worth, but the little roll-up felt bag that it's in kind of adds to that value, and it makes it kind of nice. Probably the highlight, and the kind of thing I really like to buy is, well, I've never seen one before. We did a little research when we found it. It's a Russian submarine clock. It's working, as you can see. It's got the key. Pretty heavy duty item. They seem pretty popular on eBay, selling in the 200 plus or minus range, and this was a $60 purchase for us. We bought a little bag. My wife's the one that finds the jewelry, and she saw a little bag of jewelry that was $2, and as she started looking at it, she said, well, there's a piece of sterling here, there's a piece of sterling there, we'll just buy the whole bag and sort it out later. There's some neat costume jewelry in there, and these 4 pieces here, the 2 rings and the 2 necklaces, are sterling. So, not much in weight, $5 or $6 in scrap value, and the rest will go off to an auction. Now, we buy a bunch of small items like this, and we box lot them together and put them into a live auction, local auction, where people go and bid right there. And these are 3 items that we picked up this weekend for that specific purpose, to build box lots and to send to a local auction. This is, I don't know if you can see it, this is it's a little Mother Goose amber bowl, glass bowl. It's part of a 3-piece set. We didn't know that. It was 50 cents, so that's going to go in a box lot. This is a Murano type vase. We buy these all the time, and we do pretty well. I mean, they by themselves will sell anywhere from $5 to $20 a piece. That'll go in a box lot for auction. Same with this little bootjack cricket. They sell 15 plus or minus on eBay, but there's a lot of them out there. Competition's stiff, and it's a nice addition to a box lot at an auction, so that's where that will go. So that was $3. This vase was $1. That was 50 cents. And we'll use that, like I said, to send to live auction. Okay, I'm going to do just a few books. I'm going to show you a few books, keeping in mind that I've been buying and selling books for over 35 years, so it's a little easier for me. One thing to mention about that is, if you have a specialty and you really have an interest in something, it's good to learn as much as you can about the market for it, because then you can go in to any sale with information that other people don't have. And that's the case for me with books. I can go in and buy books after 50 dealers have been through and still make money, because I know things that they don't. This little book on the Bichon Frise I bought because we know people with these dogs. It came with a little DVD, and it just seemed like had good content. So I bought that for 50 cents. Turns out their eBay is glutted with them at $5 to $6 or $8 a piece, so I won't list that. I'll send that off to an auction. This book here is a 1928, as you can see, electro-pneumatic interlocking catalog of sorts with instructions. It's a railroad book. So this one, I took a chance at $20. The only other example I can find for sale anywhere is being offered at $100. And that's what I figured when I bought it. I figured for me that means it's a 50 plus or minus without having to struggle too hard. So I like to spend $20 like that. This is a little book from 1870, Romance of the Revolution. Kind of what we call a book pretty book. It's not particularly valuable, but it's got good content. It looks real nice on the shelf. And these are selling for about $25 a piece, and actually selling on eBay. Bought this one, again, that book was $1. We bought this one a little while ago. I'm just throwing it in to give you a couple more books to look at and some info. This is a book called Street Cops. It's a photo essay of this woman's work in New York City, following the police around and just getting some really interesting images. Haven't found any. Well, there's paperbacks of this particular book. This is a hardback in Dust Jacket, first edition. Paperbacks have been selling in the 70 plus or minus range. The only other one I can find for sale right now of hardback is being offered at $300. So I've got mine out at $195, make an offer. I paid $1, so it's going to be hard to go wrong. If somebody makes an offer, it's theirs pretty much. And so that's it for books right now. I'll do more on those as we bring them in. We also found a big lot, well, a lot of 6 of vintage Disney sweatshirts. Now, these are all made in the US, so that puts them 80s, 90s, maybe a little earlier, maybe not much after the 90s. And they're all in excellent condition. Again, condition's important. Finding these selling, a lot of them out there, of course, but I am finding them selling between $5 and $25 a piece. This Winnie the Pooh one is particularly higher quality. It's got the quilted lining inside. It's got the little cutouts at the hip. It's kind of a nicer quality overall, so that's a little higher end one. I'm going to sell them all in one big lot and try to get around $50 for them. That's kind of my goal on that. We bought some rotary cutting mats are what they're called. They're used typically in sewing crafts. I've used one for years in bookbinding. But anybody that needs to cut things on a surface, these are self-sealing, so you can cut and cut and cut and cut and cut, and they stay useful for years and years. So we bought 5 of these. There's 2 of these big blue ones, and that is a June Taylor brand. There are 2 of the blue ones, 1 of these little green ones, and 2 of these Hobby Co ones. And we paid $2 a piece for these, and they retail anywhere. Right now these blue ones are being offered on eBay at $40 plus or minus. One just sold for, including shipping, about $36. So that's pretty good. This smaller one, you know, a $10 or $12 one. Now these are interesting, these Hobby Co's. If you go on eBay right now and look this up, and that's as of December 2018, you'll find somebody offering one of these for $150 and somebody offering one for $334. I'm assuming I have the $334 one. No, not really. We look. I don't know where they're getting those prices or what's going on with those. We could find them online for about $20 in other venues, but if that's what they're selling for on eBay, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. But anyway, $10 for all 5 of them was a bargain, no matter how you slice it. And I need one anyway, so I've got, you know, either a $20 or $150 mat for $2, and I'll sell the rest and make a profit. Another thing that we found was a Fender Starcaster guitar. Pretty nice one. My wife plays guitar, and we don't have one here in Florida, so we were on the lookout for one. We found this one. It's electric and acoustic. We found this one for $75, and it's in really, really nice shape. It was strung already, ready to go. So for $75, we were pretty pleased with that. It's not really something we're going to sell, but it's, you know, it's worth $100 plus or minus. So $75 was a good price, especially since she's going to get a lot of use out of it. Okay, and the last thing we have to show today is all this camo gear. We paid $5 for the whole lot. We've got one pair of mossy oak breakup woodland camo. We've got military issue BDU camos. These are Izod cargo shorts. 2 pair of Levi's digital camo cargo shorts. A couple of assorted t-shirts. And this looks military issue to me. It's an unmarked, really nice, well-built, like shirt jacket almost. It's got a lot of buttons, like a cargo shirt. So all this stuff for $5. These are the mossy oak is about $15 plus or minus used. These are about $20. The Izods are selling $10 to $20. Same with the Levi's, $10 to $20. I'm going to sell this all as one big lot. I'm just going to throw in the shirts because they're only, you know, a couple dollars a piece. And this jacket is about $25. So I will probably shoot to get about 60 or 70 for this and take whatever offer I get, because I only paid $5 for all of it, and it is popular stuff, and camo seems to sell pretty well. All right, well, that's it for now. So make sure to please subscribe to my channel, and you'll get a notification when I put up more stuff, which I'll be doing soon. Okay, bye.